the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And that last possession, really a gut punch. You seemingly had it working. You were in the midst of a very strong drive, then suddenly the fumble, and you're watching the back of a defender's jersey as he brings it all the way in the other direction.
There's not much more I can add to that. I thought you summarized it perfectly, partner. You've just got to regroup and start putting another drive together. That's all you can do.
Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked up by Juan Thornhill. So after the INT, it's Rodgers. They'll roll him out, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Matt Judon, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. Now this throw caught left side, and they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Here's Rodgers to throw. Over the middle into the hands of Michael Thomas. And the Bills are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line.
Well, I think when they look at their offense.
And he takes it in across the chalk for a Bills touchdown. Miles Sanders, his 9th touchdown of the season, and the Bills will extend their lead. Extra point by McCann, up and good, and it's now 14-0. McCann's got it teed up. Olszewski now from his end zone. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. A good gain on first. Has him set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29. Play action. It's Fields. Taking a shot for Samuel. And got his man complete. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Deebo Samuel, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Dolphins strike quickly here for 6 points. Gano the extra point, and that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. From the 10. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. Now a stoppage here as we've got a Bill shaken up on the play. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. As we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM, it always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you.
Open man is Kendrick Bourne. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. Through one corner, 14-7 our score. On play action, Rodgers. Dancing to his left. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down. They'll run. It's Sanders. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. A gain of 4 last play. They double that here and get 8. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 44-yard line. Buying time to his left. Rodgers sliding to his stop with a first down.
Partner, as a quarterback, sometimes you just got to know when the clock has gone off in your head, it's time to go. Tuck it and get all you can.
On first down, Rodgers escaping the pressure, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Montez Sweat, what a season he continues to have, his 15th sack of the campaign. So second and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Another try after the first down sack. Under pressure, and they got to him again. Kenny Clark in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
That's 3 sacks now, and that's not much of a surprise to me, nor should it be to you. This team, they lead the league in sacks.
Yeah, they do. This is something that we are starting to witness time and time again. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. And the Dolphins are going to take possession here at their own 6-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Barkley a first down and more. And they will finally get him down at the 28.
Good, strong, explosive run that started inside, which means you've got to control those defensive linemen, the defensive tackles, the nose guards. Those guys have to be controlled. How about the offensive line, the job they just did?
Yeah, key that A-gap usually on those runs, right?
That's where it all starts, because everyone wants to kind of control that area. It disrupts things from the defensive side and the offensive side.
And they take him down. The Bills get to him. Harold Landry able to record his 5th sack of the season. Off play action, Fields. Forced out to his left. Got some room at the 30, and he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. He'll buy some time right. Trying to force it to Hopkins, and it's intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick, and he's able to get it back to right around the 27. A young quarterback, Charles, rolling to his right. I know he's right-handed, but is that one that maybe a veteran sticks in his pocket?
I think so, but you have to remember with young quarterbacks, it may take a few years before they get all the stuff out of them that they did earlier in their career or even in their college days when they were used to being dominant. In this case, the NFL veteran defense ended up winning the battle.
Flushed out right. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. Well, good field position to start the drive, but under the gun now here on 3rd and 8. To throw is Rodgers. That's the tight end Hurst with it. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. They'll run with Sanders. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Flush to his right. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Matt Judon in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year. Rodgers now on 3rd and goal. One, but incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
A field goal would make it a 2-score game, but they're going to go aggressive. They're going to try this thing on 4th and goal. They'll go for it. It's Rodgers. And this is going to be hauled in. Oh, what a catch at the 10. They get the completion but cannot push forward into the end zone. And the Dolphins defense is able to hold. Steps away to his left. We'll get this out to Barkley, complete. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. On 1st and 10, here's Fields. Winds up and lets it go for Samuel. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far. But on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
He's going to let it go again. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front. So we've reached halftime here in Orchard Park, where the Bills taking the lead into the break. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, Bills with the lead, and they'll get the football first as the second half is underway. On the return, Boston Scott. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic. I think at the half or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation and pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
And he'll go down right around the 47 this time.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here, because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll check on his status when we return to Orchard Park. Now they'll throw with Rodgers. Throw left side, caught by the tight end, Hurst.
I know I spent a lot of time talking about how tight ends in a lot of cases now are pumped up wide receivers, but they're still big people. He used that frame right there to absorb a really big hit on him and held on to the ball.
Sliding out of the pocket. And he wisely will throw that one away. This, the second meeting of these two teams. You might recall they met back in Week 5. And it was the Bills winning on the road, so they look for the sweep here in Buffalo. Play action. Now it's Rodgers. Rolling to his right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. Down the numbers. There he goes. He's at the 30. 10, and he will bring it back. It's a pick six and a Dolphins touchdown. Well, you don't want to coach him, Charles, to stay in the pocket on every play, but I guess that's the danger of getting outside of the pocket, extending a play and making a bad throw. Turns into 6 points the other way.
Yeah, sometimes when you get outside the pocket, your vision actually gets obscured a little bit, or you narrow it down too much, and you don't see all the defenders in the area.
Extra point try good by Gano. And that will tie our game here in the third. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. Scott on the return out of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And following the pick six, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told him, and they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
On 3rd and long, it's Rodgers. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. Here's Kevin Huber now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. And he's able to get it out of there. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And the Dolphins will begin this drive in great field position, 1st and 10. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. One play action. Fields. They'll roll him out right. Going deep for Hopkins.